Hello and welcome back to the After Work Gaming Club and our little shop, Purple Haze. So let's get the store open first of all, while we look at what we've got to do. First thing, how are the cards out? Well, doesn't look much really, does there? 700 quid? No. 500 quid? No. So let's get the next boxes in. So let's just chuck one of these in. Try and get some more of the Destiny. And then think about, well, what our plans are going to be for the day. Now, part of me would love to open up another section of the store. But to do that, we need a big chunk of cash. It's about 2,500 for the extra bits of the store. So that means probably really we're going to be looking at another product to bring in, which again is another 2,500. And if we look at the product, well, it's actually only £1,500 plus probably another 40-50 quid. So we could do that now. My one thought is we do have bills starting to build up. And personally, I would like to at least get one of these bills sorted out before we then think about what we're going to do. So let's see what this gentleman's got first of all. No, I'm not interested in that. We do have some room on the rack-in to bring in the new items. We have actually got all the tables in play at the minute, which is good. And we are clearing out the stock quite nicely. So let's give them a bit of a hand a minute. And actually, all of our stock that we brought in for the game is already gone. It's good to see, but a little bit concerning when we've only really been open a couple of hours and our back stock of one product has already gone. He's working away quite nicely. I know there's a couple of ghost cards in the sets that I've given him to clear through. And he looks like he has put them both out. So how much does he put them out for? £500. And I presume the other one must be about 500 as well. So what have you got? Do you know what? If you take £20 for it, right, you, and what about you? See, I can sell that, but you're gonna have to make it worth my while. 45. Thank you very much. Right, so let's get that in. I believe that was in the base set. So hopefully that is, and that should refill that slot. Oh, it's filled a couple of slots, hasn't it? So that's done quite nicely. Do we have any more on Destiny, did we? Because that would be quite good to get a few in. No. Right, so we've got 2 more people training. Nope. And what about you? I got 70 of those, I got none of those, so we'll accept that. Now, our graded cards are due back in a couple of days. We do actually need another 3 boxes of that. So let's get that in. What have you got there, sir? No. Right, let's grab one of these, get the shelf refilled. Saves him a bit of a job. And that's that. So we're up to 3 grand. I'm still going up quite nicely. It's only 12 o'clock. What have you got there, sir? Do you know what? In a minute, no, I'm going to hold off that one. I don't mind picking up the little tiny £20, £30 cards. No. Not interested in that. Want another Destiny one, so let's quickly make that. Just while the machines are finishing off. Alright, let's get that down there. We are selling through quite nicely. Right, this one's done, so let's have a look. Oh, £2,000. Nothing on that page. There's 1,700. Well, there's £600 card, and there's a £700 card, so that was very nice. And this one, yep, I'll take that. That is very nice. We got some quite reasonable value ones. So let's try and clear some of these small boxes out of the way for a minute. A little bit of mixture. Let's go this one. That one. And this one. Roughly should be it. I think there might be one pack left in this box. No. Alright, so we'll have one out of this box then. No, I didn't want to put it on the floor. I want to put it back on the shelf. We got somebody else there willing to trade. So let's have a look. You'll accept 85 quid. 90. Thank you very much. What about you? No. Right. So let's quick refill, first of all, on Destiny, because we know we had some. 58, and let's refill on the base, because I know there was at least one base, because we just bought it. Yep, there we go. 59 more cards. So he can get away with trading and selling off those. We can have a little chat what these guys want. No, just trying to build up a bit more of the collection. £25 from you, madam? No. £27.50. I've got to try and make some money off of this, please, lady. You're not moving at all, so no thank you. Right. We have £5,000 in cash. Decision time. We could pay off all the bills. And I think, actually, let's do that. We're going to pay off all the bills. So that gets them all cleared. That means, like, today we are trading. Just seeing how much we can get up to. And then tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll look at what expansion we can make. I think that is probably a good plan. We are, what, level 43, so we're still a couple of levels away from being where we need to be. Really to get that last set, which would be perfect. And I'm just filling up these as I go along quickly. Now, we could also perhaps add in the next section of this store. Now, obviously, the bigger the store, the richer the customers are. Let's get the lights on quickly. What have you got there, sir? You know what? 15. 17.50. Thank you. So we are adding cards slowly to go into the collection. Hello, lady. 25. No. 27.50. All right. So that's that. Oh. They're right here. So let's get this stocked up. What else do we want? Oh, I'm not sure what those again. Oh, we only got 2 in the box. So 1,400 quid, be enough to restock us quite nicely for the day. Game room is full, which also makes me think, realistically, we could do needing to expand this as well. And all of these got just a few more seconds. Yeah, let's bundle up a couple of this. Because these do sell quite nice. They're £100 near enough a piece, so I don't know what else to do with them. Alright, let's bundle that one up. Right down there. Right, let's have a look. 600 quid. Yeah. There's some nice ones there. Don't know if they're new. Okay. And what about you? 200 quid. No. Right. Let's get these in. Hopefully we get some... want some nice real value, don't we? We do want some nice value. Right, and that's the last of these in here. Are we doing any room on the shelf for these? No. Right, let's get that back on the shelf. What have you got there, sir? No, I'm going to be nowhere near the price what you'll be happy to take. And what about you there, sir? No. Alright, let's get rid of this. What have you got there? Nope. So how are we looking on the collection? Let's have a quick little look. Well, on Ghosts, we've got 23 out of the 80. On Destiny, 640. And Tectramon, we've got 956. And as you can see, we've got loads of these rubbish cards to get rid of. If we go into the default option, we can see that we are slowly building up. Like, we only need 2 more of these, and we've got all of them. 2 more of those. Yeah, we're still missing a few there. A few more there. So we are getting closer to actually finishing up the sets. No. Right, do we need anything over here? Oh, we do need that one. Right, so I can go on there. We do need some of those. So let's get them out. Right, oh, what we got? Half hour left of trading. How's he done on these? So he's down to 38. We've got 2.5 grand left. I haven't got any of those, and I got 9 of those. Hell yeah. Right, so that's coming along. Nearly closing time. How do we look over here? I did a good job. I bought some more red dice. So let's get that done. I know we're out of those. Well, I suppose he is actually really is keeping up, isn't he? They are keeping up quite well. Right. Hopefully they won't be too much more. Sells a quite nice chunk of stock, really, isn't he? How much was that? 68 quid, yeah. So we've got 1 gap there. Right, I think I can do a restock for 2,700. Alright, 3 grand. Especially time these lot finish. So I'm going to close the shop. I'm going to wait till they finish. And I'll join you back in a sec with the numbers. Right then, so that's the last of them finished. And 3,100. Ain't bad. So let's have a look at the numbers. 23 dissatisfied. Yeah, can't do much about that. Only £600 down on where we started the day off. We did spend 4 grand on bills. So it does show our money is coming up. We did make over 1,000 now in gaming income, which is really good. And what did we sell? 50 odd cards, 172 items. Not bad. So let's jump into the next day. I'm going to restock the store and I'll join you back when we have finished. Right then, the store's stocked up nicely. We've got 400 quid in cash. And so let's get the store open. Start bringing in. Now, I had a little thought. Something I wouldn't mind doing is, first of all, let's just move this. Let's put that there for a minute. And what I want to do is buy another one of those shells. So let's first of all go in and do that. They're only 150 quid each. So let's purchase that. Oops, and you got something there to sell? No, I'm not willing to trade that. So let's get this out for a minute. Oops. Now, the reason behind that is I want to do this. Now, I've got here one item, so I'm going to put that there for a minute. Now, this is MG, the purple boxes. So let's do market price, round it up and beyond that. Now, we're going to take these ones and drop them down there. We get rid of that. I'm then going to bring these up to there. Get rid of that. And we are now going to do that. Bottom. No, that one. So I've just tidied that up, and now I've also got here these ones. So we now have the Destiny High Grade, called the low value, medium value, and a higher value. So I'm going to get rid of that for a minute. Wait. And over here, I have created some of these standards. And we're just going to go market price, Right. So now we have the 3 sets in the 3 sets of values. I'm going to let him go away and restock that up and see what we have in these machines. So we got 595 quid. And that one, yeah, not too bad. And this one, oh, 2 grand. £500 card, oh, nice. We got another 100. Oh, there's £1,000 on here somewhere. Yeah, nice one. Right, I'll take that. See what this gentleman wants. No. So let's get some more Destiny through, because we need some more Destiny packs to fill up our shelving. Let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of that. So, yeah, you can see him now refilling this up. We are out of these already, which is what I presumed anyway would be the case. So that is that done. Now, the next question is, can I, first of all, make any more of those? So let's just set the values as I had them. And let's bundle them. Yep. So we did manage to get one more box of those, which I'm quite happy with. Any more? No. Don't think... No, I didn't make any of the others. So let's set this. Oh, I really can't type today. And yeah, we got another one of those. So this just helps us get rid of a few more of these cards. And they're flying off. They really are flying off the shelf. Which is what we wanted, though. We wanted to get rid of those sort of items. No. I'm not going to intentionally go out and buy those cards. I am just going to let it carry on. While I'm here, what... duplicates did we get? Oh, we got 500. Yes, we got some nice duplicates there to come into play. So let's quick fill. And see what we have now to sell. Alright, so we got 58 in there. Plus he's got 30 odd, 40 odd cards here. So that'll be enough to keep us going all day. We don't have that one, so let's offer him a £5. No. Alright, 6 quid. Oh, come on. I was only 70p below what you wanted. Right, anything else that we can get rid of? Right, that is here. So that's that sorted. Put that back up there. And do we have any of the small value boxes? Yep, we have. So let's get a couple of these made up. Don't think there's going to be much. But every little bit helps, doesn't it, really? We weren't selling these cards, so that now brings our cards up to £3 that we're selling through there. Everything over a 9 quid is here. We have a nice chunk of money, so what I want to do now is add that license, and we are going to buy a box of those. So that's them done. So let's get these on the shelf. And they're going to come onto this shelf here. Yeah, I can go down there, and we're going to say market, round it, 25 quid each. They're almost done. What have you got there, sir? No. So the next question then is what we're going to do with the cards in between £3 and £9. Well, might be that we end up adding more shelving here. You didn't like that price of 15 bucks. See, its market price is only £1.86 over. Right, first one. 1700. Oh, nice £900 card. And a £1,330 card plus some other ones. Nothing really much. And this one, another 1700. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Right, so let's get them gone. And let's get the next boxes through. Right, so that's that. See, we hit 2,500. Oh, wait. 3 o'clock. I want to see if I can open up an extension. No. See if we can open up another extension. Customers get richer. And we might be able to shift some of these more higher value cards. So let's now also, because we opened up those boxes, let's see if we got any more of these. Nope, we don't have enough. So I'm going to run those down a bit. That's all holding up. Oh, lights. Customers. You, sir. No. You, sir. No. Right. Did we get anything in duplicate just then? Oh, we got some nice value ones there to get rid of. So let's see what he's doing. And Quickfield Destiny, because that's all the sets we opened. Let's see how that goes. Back to 58 again. How's the stock levels? So I'm left in a bit of a quandary at the minute. So he's going to put out some nice cards, hopefully. What's he putting out there? £1,100 card, I like that. That's the case, that's the one we want sold. What are these? Doing fine. Now, I also would like to put a bit of art up there, I think. So let's have a look at decor. And do you know what? Let's buy a couple of posters. You have to press the actual order button. Where have they gone? Where have those gone? That I can sell. So give us a tenner. Alright, 12 quid. 12.50. All right, 12.82. Where had those posters gone? I don't have that one. £4. All right, a fiver. Go on, 5.50. All right, and 5.54. 5.54. Where are the posters? They... No. Anybody know where my posters are gone? Anyway, if I find them, what I want to do is put them up on this wall here. Yeah. I'm confused. I'm confused as where my posters are gone. Anyway, we do have quite a substantial chunk of cash. Quite substantial. No. Right, this one's finished. Let's have a look. Another 800 quid. Yeah. Nothing spectacular, is it? So let's have a look here. 700 quid. Some nice looking cards again. So, yeah. Let's get... Don't want those ones. I want those ones. Get these in. Put that back there. And... No, I want that one. Try and get some more of the regular sets as well, because obviously we're selling both sets of cards now, so need to keep them ticking through. What about you there, sir? No. And you? No. Alright, let's get rid of this. And we got one little card pack in here to do. So let's open him up and just have a little look. There ain't much in here either, really, is there? Oh well. Right, let's get rid of that. While we're off the episode, I will have a look around and try and work out what happened to our posters and where they disappeared. Because it says I bought one, and I don't know where it is. Interesting. Right, what have you got there, sir? No. My graded cards are not up for exchange. These have got quite a bit of time left. So we've got good 5 grand up there. If we come in here, the next expansion is 2,500. The next expansion here is 2,400. I want to carry on working through this. So let's get that done. Which has now just opened up this last bit here, which means that I can move that. Why won't you snap in there? To there. And I can move that to there. So it just opens up the store a little bit more. Alright, we got this lady here. No. Right, we've got the last couple here playing, so let's close the store. They went. They did sell. Sell? Sell. Right. They finished. Let's have a look at the numbers. Only 15 dissatisfied. Took 7 grand. We only lost £270, even though we spent 4 grand on upgrades. We cleared all the bills down last episode, yesterday as well. I think we're doing quite nicely. Quite nicely overall. Anyway, plans for the next time. We are going to think about keep on expanding. I think that's going to be the main goal. Just keep getting the store expanded because we want to get up to the level 20 in the unlocks to get the store to its full size. We can then think about adding the extra lines in. That will come as we go through. The next one's obviously the legendary packs at level 50. Still a bit away from that. And yeah, well, I think that's enough for me rambling for the day. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheerio.